says good luck getting more kitty cat for moderate men.
Crazy.
Think I'm crazy?
No attention to men.
All because you disagree with what the majority of Americans had voted for. This is what you do, claiming you have no rights.
This a hoe, but I really want to get behind this 4B movement. You don't have to have access to us at all. That's a privilege.
No one was gonna touch you anyways.
Like when you went in that booth, like, did you think about me?
Told me that because I'm a stay-at-home mom and my husband pays all the bills that I'm oppressed. Says the one that can't even get someone to marry them.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now, before we get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
You guys feel spicy? Because I do.
No matter how loud, how kind, respectful, how cute, men will still hate you.
Women are talking about bringing that 4B movement right here to the United States.
Time to lock the fuck in. Operation 4B.
Refuse to date men, get married, have sex with them, or children.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. No more kitty cat for moderate men.
But being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Clearly, they don't give a about us.
No attention to men.
I said, wait a minute.
Delete block. Do not respond to them.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Government cares that they're not having kids because children are the future labor force.
I'm going to start barking and getting crazy.
Think I'm crazy? Just like all the women before me who were crazy.
It is the best thing I've ever done for my mental health.
She says the best thing she ever did for mental health. It's sad because these women are nut jobs. You can see it. They're all unhinged, right? Even this Korean woman, no hair. It's wild.
We're not crazy. We have to do this together.
The women who are doing the 4B movement help other women who are doing the 4B movement. All right, me out. I'm not be responding to you.
The audacity.
I'm going to be promoting the 4B movement.
Do not acknowledge them. Do not look at them. Do not laugh at their jokes.
Why exactly are you going to keep becoming subservient to a nation that doesn't literally care about you?
Wake women up. This is not mental illness.
This so-called 4B movement going on in the States at the moment is actually beyond disrespectful to women. I'll say this, you are allowed to not be happy with the results of the American election. If you want to go online and say Trump and all of that, fine. Whether people agree with you, disagree with you, doesn't really matter, but that's an opinion you're entitled to have. But going online, shaving your heads so that way men will have nothing to do with you. Their words, by the way. On one video I saw of a woman doing it, so that way men will just have nothing to do with her and she will repel men. Is so beyond disrespectful and rude to women who have alopecia and are going through chemo treatment at the moment. I can't even begin to put into words.
My choice! My choice!
Not just that, do any of these women who are doing this realise actually how privileged they are in life? Claiming you have no rights or you're losing your rights while you set up your phone, most likely your iPhone, which will be costing at least $1,000, in a tripod, making sure you get the perfect lighting, to then get a shaver or some scissors or whatever, film yourself shaving or chopping off all your hair, and then posting it on social media to prove a point. The actual 4B movement going on in South Korea, frankly, this makes a mockery of it. And claiming to have no rights, I'm sorry, it's an absolute mockery. I've always said I'm a feminist, but a traditional feminist, but I just want equal rights. This new way.
You know what these women don't realize? Most men are traditional feminists as well. Why would a man not want a woman to have equal rights? If you women were underprivileged and say it was like Iraq, that would be something a little different. Like, yeah, no, women should have equal rights. They should be able to drive. You ain't going through that.
Wave of feminism to me is absolute. I'm sorry. This has really ticked me off because I just feel so sorry for any woman who has alopecia or going through cancer treatment or anything else, any other reason why she just doesn't have her hair. And you have all these other women saying, I'm doing this so that way men will have nothing to do with me. They'll hate the way I look. They think I'm disgusting. Do you not realize how disrespectful you're being to actual women? And saying you don't have any rights. There are actual countries in this world where women really have no rights. The legal age of consent in Iraq is being lowered to 9. In Afghanistan, women aren't even allowed to speak in public, have no access to education, aren't allowed to show their faces, their hair, or anything. Not a choice, they're not allowed. They can't drive. Literally have no rights at all. All because you disagree with what the majority of Americans had voted for. This is what you do, claiming you have no rights.
Stupid are you?
So stupid. So just...
As I said, you are entitled to not like the election results. No one's going to say you're not. But the amount of privilege coming from the videos on TikTok with these women doing it is just frankly disgusting. And so they're saying you have no rights. Really? I'd ask any woman who's taken part in this 4B movement to actually go over to Afghanistan, to go over to experience what the women in South Korea are living through, to go to Iraq where the legal age of consent is going to be lowered to 9. Then please tell us what rights those women have, because clearly they're so privileged, according to you. I hate Trump as well, by the way. I hate Kamala. I think they both suck. But one thing I'd never ever do is try and make myself seem repulsive and horrific and so-called ugly by shaving my head and essentially making a mockery of thousands, if not millions of women who have sadly lost their hair for numerous reasons. Truly disgusting.
I remember when I was making the slow passport bro videos, I spoke on it, right? The 4B movement, not many women did it, but they only did it because of a money issue. You women have turned into something way different, right? Like, it's disgusting. And I also said, too, in one of my past videos recently, drop your woman off in Iraq or in Saudi Arabia, you really see that as better yet. I found a new place. Drop them off in Russia, because in Russia, you're forced to have kids now, right? If you speak out against it, you say 4B over there, you get thrown in jail in Russia. How about that one? These women need to go to Mother Russia.
Goodbye. Adios. Sayonara.
Now I am, how would you say this, a hoe, but I really want to get behind this 4B movement. If you've been hearing all about this movement and have no idea what it is a movement that originated in South Korea and is centered around the 4 no's. No dating men, no getting married, no having kids, and no having S-word. And it's called the 4B movement because in Korean all those words start with B. After this election where women were pretty much told to their faces that no one gives about them, don't forget, ladies, we do have power. And you know the kind of power I'm talking about. Giving up our bodies to men,
she belongs to the streets.
It's a choice. We don't have to do this. We can be good to ourselves, if you catch my drift. We don't need men for that. So since they have shown us time and time again that they don't care about us and that all they really want is control over our bodies, because yes, I did see the comments from men that were all like, ha 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 ha, you women lost the election, you thought you were gonna win, ha ha, your body, my choice. Oh, y'all think you're funny? You want to hear something even more hilarious? If women choose to take themselves out of the equation, who are you gonna get down with?
I want something feminine and delicate.
Who?
I am leaving, and I am never coming back.
You don't have to have access to us at all. That's a privilege. Are we blind? And it looks to me like men have lost that privilege. Seriously though, ladies, we have power too. Never forget that.
Now, this woman here is black. I'm not going to say she's not dating white guys, but she's black. So what does that mean? Most likely black men she's going to give it to. Do you know close to the number of black women voted, black men was almost equal? So black men went down to the polls with you. So you're telling these black men you're not going to get any. That's your saying. And you're telling the men also who believe how you believe, the liberal men, they're not going to get none as well. So you're punishing them. That's what's happening. You women are punishing these guys just because you lost. Now imagine, could you only imagine? I would tell one of these guys, because I probably would be one of these guys if I was back home. I would tell them, get your passports.
This is the way.
Seriously, get your passports. This 4B movement is not going to work. You women are already lonely. I've made tons of videos on it. But if you think you're lonely now, wait until you do the 4B. That's what's going to happen, because guys going to, okay, find a different woman, maybe find a conservative woman that's available, and go that way. Guys will always find their way.
That's what we do, right? Yeah.
No matter what.
I am 100% on board with the 4B movement for the women on the left. Cut that hair. Tie them tubes. Stop reproducing. The last thing we need is more of your little green-haired gremlins running around litter boxes. And if you stop reproducing, it's only going to be the children of Republicans that are going to be popping out. So cut that hair. Tie those tubes. Go for it.
You're the strong, independent woman that
I'm doing this for us all.
I'm gonna shave all my hair off and I'm gonna be celibate.
4B, whatever.
4B movement. People shaving their head. What the hell are you doing?
No one was gonna touch you anyways.
My point exactly.
Can you guys stop with the 4B comments? Because you're not going to do it. You're not committed.
I went to Halsey today. There's a man.
Do you know how fucking embarrassing it is to women overseas that actually don't have rights?
Shaving your head? Did it ever occur to you to at least donate your hair?
These are the same people who tell us that a bald, obese woman is beautiful. They themselves don't even believe the words that they're saying.
I think that liberal women are finally starting to understand what pro-life conservative women have been telling them for years. Your life will be better if you stop sleeping with crappy men.
Hear a concept once and all of a sudden you just want to adopt it as though it's a puzzle piece that you found on the floor.
Girls, nobody's coming after your rights.
Do you realize how stupid you look shaving your head?
Preach about being here for women and women's rights. The second you get a chance to help a woman out, you kind of give us the middle finger.
These women are getting shut down. They're getting shut down hard.
So I just broke up with my therapist. And I guess I'll tell you why. Basically, I went in there today. It was more like an emergency time because I really have been having trouble. After this election, I really have been having trouble.
Why are you having trouble? Because of the election. These liberals, these women, man, your rights, they're acting like their rights are completely taken away. Like a guy's just gonna run up to them and just start playing with it. Just playing with the top, bottom, everything. Give me a turn around. Give me that. It's ridiculous.
And so anyway, she called me the other day and I told her I wasn't doing well, so she made some time for me. She made an appointment for me, which I appreciate, and I told her that before I left. But I went in today and I asked her, I said, I have a question for you. I just need you to be honest. And I said, did you vote for Trump? And she made a face, and then she told me basically, yes, she did. And I asked her, I was like, can you explain that to me? Can you explain that decision to me? And she was like, for one, his policies. And I was like, what policies? And she was like, well, one thing, I don't like my groceries being so damn expensive, so freaking expensive, something like that. And I'm not gonna lie, that statement, that sentiment gave me great pause, and I didn't really have much to say for a couple seconds. And then I asked her, so did you think about me? When you went in that booth, did you think about me at all? And she was like, what do you mean? I don't understand your question. I said, your black, female, child of immigrants client, did you think about me when you went in the booth? She said, no, I don't think about you like that. I come here and I listen to your problems. That's my job. And that said everything. That said everything for me. I'm not going to lie. I considered staying for this discussion. I considered, small talk or whatever, but I've overextended myself as a black woman for too long. Because the truth is that when I walked into that booth, metaphorically speaking, I filled out my absentee ballot. But when I filled out my absentee ballot and I voted for Kamala Harris, I voted for her rights. I voted for her rights to the medical abortion she just had to have for incomplete miscarriage. I voted for her rights to that. And you're telling me that cheaper groceries was enough for you to overlook the hate, was enough for you to overlook the violence. It was enough for you to overlook everything that is going to affect my day-to-day life, your clients'
You can't make this up.
day-to-day life. And I understand how that could benefit her in some way, and I'm trying not to think about it that way because then that makes her a worse person than I could ever think. But I spent the last 2 years of my life with this person. I'm a senior in college. I was a sophomore in college when I first started seeing her. She knows things about me that most people do not know. And to know that you view yourself as my white savior, to know that you view me as less than you, to know, I mean, whether you meant to or not, that's exactly what it is. Because what it is an unwillingness to ever put yourself in my shoes.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
That's what it is. It's an unwillingness.
No. What happened is you took it like you were talking to your friend, and she told you it's a job. And that right there, that made it even worse. It crushed you. I can tell. You felt like that was your friend, and you weren't her friend, and she let you know that. And she's right. She's doing her job. She did a damn good job that you felt that way and left her. Let me hear more.
To empathize with me, with people who look like me, and with people who don't look like me. Because when I filled out that ballot, I did not fill out that ballot for myself. What the hell? I live in a country full of people. I filled out the ballot for the rights of my people. And that includes white women. That includes y'all. It included y'all. When I made that choice, when I made that vote, it included everyone. And so for me, it's a humongous slap in the face to hear that it's just a job and it's policies and, you know, it's a difference in opinion. It's not enough for me. And so I said, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to have to find a new therapist. I can't look at you the same. I have to go. And on my way out, she said, see ya, as in see you later. And I said, thank you. You're not ever going to see me again. Please don't be confused about that. Like, you already know I'm avoidant. So you know you're never going to see me again. So don't be dumb.
We do not care.
Don't be dumb. Remember, you're my therapist. So you know these things about me.
I don't think she realized that was a I don't care, see ya. That's what it was. It was a see ya. Like, get out of here. Peace. Deuces. Because for the same reason why the conservative people are flipping on women was the same reason why she said see ya. She understands. And she already knows all your issues. So she knows you in and out. And she know that hurt you deep down. She knew what button to push. And she pushed it.
But it's just such a slap in the face to myself and to others. And people keep, like, I don't know. I feel like people think I'm overreacting. And I hope that's not what it is. But I'm not overreacting. I woke up and the country just reinforced the notion that I'm expendable, that my life is expendable, that I can do everything in my power to be the best version of myself, and it does not matter. That's what the country showed me on Wednesday when I woke up and Trump was president. That's what the country showed me. And you're asking me to educate you, you're asking me to sit down and have these conversations with you, and some people just don't even want to have the conversations. People like my therapist don't want to talk about their views anymore because they know they're dead wrong, one. And two, these are conversations we should have had before the election. This is education you should have been gaining before the election. Because to me, everything was on the line. Everything was on the line. Everyone's rights were on the line. And that's why I made the choice that I did. I could be ignorant. I could. But I don't have the luxury of being that. And it's not in the best interest of myself or the people around me to make a decision like that. But white people get to live like that every single day. And at the end of the day, when it really, really, really comes down to it, they'll choose themselves before us every single time. And if this election has taught me anything, it's taught me that. And personally, that's not something I can reconcile with. It's not something I'll ever reconcile with. I'm going to be moving way different, protecting my peace in a completely different way than I was before. Because I am going to find a new therapist. I'm not going to be speaking to her again. And to white friends who are...
Yeah, this is wild. More women becoming unhinged over the election when the same policies are going to be put in place no matter what. I give it 40 years, right? Overall, of course, they have different policies. But in the end, 2 years later, if she would have won, she's going to pass the same policies that Donald Trump would have passed. It's all propaganda. And they all fell for it. They don't realize it.
So TikTok is going to continue allowing the cuckoo could choose to make threats against us Trump supporters, but people like me can't go and make videos explaining what these cuckoos are doing and saying without getting violated for community guidelines, for misinformation. Now, I purposely use the words allegedly when making my videos because we all know that allegedly means that you're not 100% sure if the information is accurate or not. So my video that I made about the aquatofana on my other page was removed for violating guidelines, of course for misinformation, but yet you can have all the cuckoos run up and down this app saying that they're going to do X, Y, and Z to us Trump supporters, and I can't spread the word about what is going on. Okay, TikTok. Okay. Elon Musk, I'm going to need you to set some money aside and buy this damn app already. This is getting so utterly ridiculous. So y'all, if you do not follow me on this account, make sure to give me a follow because this will be my new backup just in case I get nannered on the main.
My friend called me on the phone this morning. We usually talk on the phone in the mornings, and she's like, have you heard of this 4B movement? And I was like, no. And she goes, well, these liberal women are threatening to shave their heads and go abstinent. And I'm thinking, well, I'm going to have to go watch some videos. But you mean they're not going to give birth to any more crazy liberals for the next 4 years? And we've gone so left that now we're right? That they're actually going to practice abstinence, which is really good if you don't want to have to go have an abortion. That's really the way to do it. Because here's my thing. If you don't, having a baby, the decision to have a baby should be made before you get in the bed.
That's funny. You said if they don't want to have an abortion, that's the way to do it. That's funny. And you know what it was crazy and was sad too is that women are fighting to kill babies. That's sad. That's really sad. They're fighting to kill babies. But that was funny what she said.
The bedroom, and you shouldn't be having sex with someone that you don't want to have a baby with. And quite frankly, y'all, I hate to say it, this may get me some heat, but y'all aren't exactly the women that men are hound dogging after. Y'all aren't the type of women, and your attitudes and the way you look and act, men are not coming after y'all's coochie. They're just not. So do them a favor, and please do go abstinent. That's how many less Democrats that are going to be born? And you're actually not going to be out harming babies? Y'all want to talk about how 50% of women voted for Trump and how our lives are centralized. This one girl, she said, your lives are centralized around men from the moment that you're born, and you want them to think you look good and you want them to take care of you. You know, it is nice as a heterosexual woman to have someone that thinks you look good, that will open your door, that will pay for your dinner. But that doesn't mean you can't be independent. Hell, I'm a Marine. And I own a firearms business. I do things that average women don't do every day, but I still like having like a real man in my life. So do us all a favor, because you know, most men aren't going to want to have sex with someone that's going to go and take out their child if they don't, you know, if they have an accident. So you're really doing everyone a favor. This isn't going the way that you think it is. It's simply not.
It sure isn't. They're just embarrassing themselves. And they're going to make the men that were liberals turn to passport bros once they start this. Because seriously, all those black guys are going to be sitting there like, why do I have to struggle for? I voted with you. Okay. Peace.
As somebody who has been an sex worker / dancer for the past 7 years and has just now been able to like leave that industry to be doing the social media and just like talking in front of a camera, being myself and having the support of the girls, the gays, and the theys, and being on two completely opposite ends of the spectrum as far as like what I'm doing for work, I have seen how men behave, like truly at their core, raw and unfiltered, and it is jarring. And before any of you are like, not my husband, not my boyfriend, girl, you might want to think twice about that. The point being, the way that they talk about women, because they'll come into the club and they'll tell you their whole story. Some of these guys, I'm like their therapist, right? They're venting to me about their lives and, you know, whatever. And these women in their lives that they are supposed to love, protect, and care for, the way that they speak about them, their wives, their girlfriends, their sisters, their daughters, their mothers, it is so sick and twisted. It really is. Like the things that I have heard and just the way that they have spoken about you know, these women in their lives as if they're just like these objects, and it's just like, you know, who gives a... Meanwhile, you could tell that woman in their life thinks the world of this man. Like, it is just so jarring. So if any of you or anyone you know is still on a man that is, one, not as mad as you are about all of this, two, not really doing, or three, supporting all of this, wake up, babe. We're done. It's done. Pack it the coochie is closed. It's closed until notice. Like, we're done. I have a very small circle of men in my life that are vetted. A lot of them I have known the entirety of my life. A very small circle of men that are like vetted in my life that I'm like, okay, you're good. You passed the test. Very small circle. Other than that, I'm scared. Okay. I'm scared because I know how you behave. I know how y'all behave when you think nobody's watching, and it is really sick. I'm sorry if that pisses you off. Unfollow me. I don't care. I literally do not care. But I am so beyond grateful for the support that I get on social media because of the fact that if I were to have to go back to the club tomorrow, I genuinely don't know if I would like be able to put on a smile, like, and you know what I mean? And like put on a game face. I genuinely don't know if I would be able to do that. And there's a lot of like, you know, had to be like, all right, gotta go to work. It's, you know, and pretend like everything's, you know, peaches and cream. But girl, after this, I really don't know if that's something that I could do. For any of my homegirls that are still in the industry, please promise me on my behalf that you will run those mother pockets, run them dry. Okay. All right. Have a good day.
Somebody in my comments said 4B, more like I'll be on all fours. How dare you be funnier than me on my own video? That is hilarious. 10 out of 10. Someone told me that because I'm a stay-at-home mom and my husband pays all the bills that I'm oppressed. I can't even say that with a straight face. Says the one that can't even get someone to marry them.
Emotional damage.
What are you talking about? Do you see this? Do I look oppressed to you? I haven't touched a gas nozzle in 8 years. I have not pulled out my card to pay for anything in 8 years. If this is what oppression looks like, then sign me the up. Are you dumb or are you stupid?
You're born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget.
Yes, I will cook for my husband. Yes, I will clean for my husband. Yes, I will raise my husband's children. Because some men deserve that. I'm so terribly sorry for you that you keep finding sticks in the mud that treat you like shit. Don't come over here telling me what my reality is. I'm having a great time. I'm having the best time, a grand old time. 80 years with this man is not enough.
Look at our garbage.
Here, I'm oppressed. Good God, get out a dictionary and study history. You sound stupid.
Well, damn. More guys want to see that. I wish more women in the West were like that, man. But this is the thing, right? Because you see it all the time on social media. You see women, not that are 4B now, they're saying they're 4B, but that said, I lived an independent life. I don't want to do it no more. I want a man to take care of me. Look, it doesn't work like that. This woman put in the work with her man. What do I mean? She probably got him young, as she said, for 8 years now. And she doesn't look that old. She looks like she just hit 30. So she probably got the guy right when she graduated from college at 22. She's about 30, 31 now. You can tell it. You can see it. She got him right away. Right away. That's what these white women are doing. Black women can learn from them.
They're coming for us. This is officially the bat signal. My second really large video about women empowerment just got pulled from the creativity program and marked for hate speech. And I'm not the only one. Russia just banned child-free content yesterday, and it's about to come to us. I need anyone who's trying to be an advocate after this presidential election. Please promote our Operation FemFreeze content. There's a PDF in my link tree. We have a website, and we need donations because they're trying to hit all of us in our pockets. We're trying to organize so that we can protect freedom of speech for creators like ourselves and give each other resources in anticipation for what's to come in January. It's already been really, really tough. We already get accounts demonetized. We already get attacked by bots, but soon you're not going to be able to see content like mine. You know, Mel Hamlet, YV Edit, Therese, Bourbon Bougie, all of us, because our accounts are getting taken down and our ability to make money is becoming really, really tough. One of the main purposes of creating this foundation or organization is to help promote influencers and brands and businesses that are pro-marginalized communities, you know, anti-imperialism, that can help direct our dollars away from the elite.
That's not my problem.
We want to be able to give influencers who are doing the right thing a spotlight and also like some form of income. We want to promote people that are safe spaces for us, that don't sell out and don't care about the well-being of a lot of Americans. Also, if even one person knows like a semi-wealthy, big-pocketed woman or person who voted for Harris who is committed to free speech that could help us with the startup costs for this foundation or corporation, please contact me and set us up with a meeting. We desperately need it. Thank you.
The firm fees in Russia. Yes, something like that is going to happen. Start happening around the world. They already want to do it in South Korea. They already want to do it in Japan. Those places are struggling with childbirth rates. They even before called, they didn't give money, but they suggested foreigners to come there and be with their woman. Now, donating to her cause, I wouldn't do it. That's just donating to Satan. I'm being real. I'm not even trying to go against you. These women have bitten the apple. This is Eve all over again. And these women, they don't want to change. They want to stay evil. With the My Body, My Choice, these women want to have abortions. Like, this is wild, man. They killing children and want to be okay. But I'm not about that. But thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next video. Coming.